Alright, is this thing on? I wanted to share my story on my way back from lunch, girl. I was not feeling well. Thank you guys so much for your comments about getting my blood pressure medication. I was already inspired to go do it, so I'm just going to write that down on my list and check it off on my list. And, yeah, so all of a sudden at work, I started not feeling well. Like, my head started to, like, it goes around like in a merry-go-round, which is fine, because sometimes that could just be allergies. But then I just started to get some tightening in the chest. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what made me go on the blood pressure medication, was to stop that from happening. So I have to call and go through all these hoops and rope. You guys know how I feel about the American medical system. It's just a mess. Can I tell you that? It is a mess. Like, girl, that can actually be like my passion in life. They need to do something about this. Because I changed jobs, which means I changed insurance companies across the board, but it's so segmented. Fine, cool. I used to work in health insurance. I get it. You know what I mean? So I have to call the company that I have, Express Scripts, because when I call to the pharmacy, she's trying to fill a prescription and telling me that I have no insurance. Okay, fine. I do everything I have to do with this chest pain and headache that I have, get everything squared away, get to the pharmacy, and then it's this lady, she like doing the hokey pokey right behind me. Of course, there's like somebody ahead of me in line. I'm a big personal space person, and I know, like, I call it, people act real international sometimes. Different cultures have different kind of mindsets about personal space. Like, some, absolutely most, do not believe in personal space like we do in America. So normally what I would do is I will politely, like, I will stay my space in line, but I will move further to the left or to the right to get away from them. And I'll be doggone, like, every time I move, she moves. She was like ducking and weaving with me. So, like I said, I'm not feeling my best, and I know when I'm not feeling well, I cannot allow myself to get amped up. Sorry that you guys are going to hear this. My blinker is going because I'm at like a little small intersection, and it needs to be on so nobody like rear-ends me or comes charging at me. So I'm just ignoring her, because isolating your space and your energy is very powerful. Girl, I'll be doggone, another lady showed up behind her. I'll be doggone, and she didn't like, wow, this is just so, and then she goes on, they need to hire some more people. I heard the first time I let it go. Oh, they really need to hire some people? Like what are they doing? There's 2 registers here, and there's only like 1 person there. And then, like, she starts making eye contact with me, like, to engage in the conversation. I think she thought that I was going to be on her same level, which was, I said, ooh, that's exactly, and I'm known for doing the ooh. I am known for doing the ooh. I was like, ooh, I cannot deal with the complaints. No complaining. I just can't deal with the complaining. And then the lady behind her, I'm going to make my outfit the thumbnail of the day, was like, oh, you just look so great. And then, like, I said, I just can't take it though. She's like, you just seem like you could take anything. And with shoes like that, I wouldn't let anything bother me. I would just stand up on my shoestrings. Girl, I understand, like, sometimes people are just like so old school minded, especially like older, middle-aged women who think you can just get hit by a bulldozer and stay standing with no issue. And I'm not saying that I cannot take a lot, but if a person tells you they can't take it, gosh darn it, believe they can't take no more. Girl, but I couldn't act like that with them, so I just kind of like politely and rudely just like turn my back. I said I would, like, in my mind, I'm like, I would not get off my job on my lunch break and go to the pharmacy unless it was like a real serious situation. They kept on trying to talk to me and stuff. I wasn't in the talking mood. I just wanted to get my medication and go. And, like, to me, like, that was a lesson. Like, the lady who I told her I just couldn't deal, I just could not complain with her. I was like, oh, I just can't do the complaining. I just can't take it. I can't take any more. This is all I can do, is stand in this line at this pharmacy to get my blood pressure medication. I'm trying not to fall out right here. I'm trying not to go to the emergency room. That's what I like told this lady. Another lady's like, oh, with shoes like that, you shouldn't have any worries. You just have to keep going another day and another day. And I get where she's coming from, but you don't really know sometimes the seriousness of another person's condition. And you around there just downplaying it. Chick, calm down. Like, so I let it go. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this blood pressure medication. I'm gonna give me something to eat. I go to the grocery store because they have a salad bar in there, chicken wings, sushi, and all that kind of stuff. And I really wanted to get a big thing of water to kind of like get as much water in my system as I could. Girl, get up to the register. All kind of chaos going on at the register. They have a lot of God's chosen people, and I do mean God's chosen people because they really inspire me to do the best I can with whatever skill set that God has given me. You know, so they in the grocery store, and sometimes they sound effects, and their dialect is kind of, you know, abrasive, but I don't know what's going on. Stuff falling out of my hand because I didn't even get a shopping cart because I really felt disoriented is the word. I finally get up there. The lady let my stuff fall to the ground and everything. She finally moved a little bit forward. Then she promptly puts down the little grocery stick like she definitely wanted to make sure that there is a divided line of the groceries. Girl, she couldn't find her car. She said everything that was in her little pouch was missing. She had just got back from Macy's. I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking to myself, Lord, this is a chance I could be a blessing. Maybe I'll pay for this lady's groceries because she's trying to say she may not have enough. It was only $40-something. She said she don't carry that much cash. She was able to pull out that little wallet that she had and pull out enough money in cash to pay for it. So that was good. But it was just like, even her, she was so chaotic. Like, level 10 stress, level 10 frustration. I know there is a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and I'm not trying to downplay it, but I think that if people could get to a level of just peace and calm and compassion and consideration, things would move a lot more smoothly in all areas. But for some reason, we're in this real unpersonal, inhuman, rush, me. You know, if people do come to you, like my situation, it's normally with an effing complaint, not with the good news of the day. You know, I would even take it wouldn't be like such a weirdo who would just be like, hey, how you doing today? What else you got going on besides standing in this line? You know, I could even, but that would make that person weird, right? Other than the person who just gonna blow their breath on you and sigh and go rampant on whatever situation that's in front of them. I just thought I would share that because I've had to check that kind of behavior in myself for many of reasons. Number one, when you really have bad things going on in your life, like, you know, heartbreak, loss, grief, whatever, you don't have the energy. I mean, like when you really there, baby, you don't got it for people. You're like, you know, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, sometimes you just have to go, like, well, I guess I'll just move along, you know. And not just that, but then also with, you know, my own personal health, I really just don't have it. And it's not just about not having it. It's about recognizing when that kind of negativity is rising up in people. But the most amazing thing that I learned about it was the lady in the line who was complaining. When I did not allow her to complain to me, do you know what she did? She turned around and continued to complain to the lady behind her that was complimenting me on my shoes. That to me was the most amazing thing. Like, here I am, like, physically not feeling well, don't know what's going on, nothing personal against her, telling her, ma'am, I don't feel good. That's why I'm in the pharmacy line. I can't take it. Like, I'm here to pick up some blood pressure medication. Girl, do you think that stopped that lady? She's so out of it. Both of them were in their own way. The nice lady and the negative lady. Neither one of them said, well, maybe you should have a seat. Do you need some water? Or maybe you should see your doctor. Or, you know, neither one of them were like that. People just look at you and size you up and feel like you can handle whatever it is they feel like you can handle. And that's really interesting to me. I mean, we can all relate to that, right? So many different levels. I think that the Lord himself has delivered me from that, because I cannot assume that you can handle everything that I can handle and vice versa. So I just kind of try to tread very lightly. I also try not to bring my complaints and problems to other people, you know, because I think I'm in this mindset of what is really adding the value, you know? If you're just sitting there, I could have got a good parking space. Probably if I would have waited 5 more minutes. If it's not really adding the value, then why are you doing it? You just want to pawn that energy somewhere else? And when I say pawn it, I mean the word pawn. Like, you taking your used goods and trying to exchange it for something of value from somebody else. That's a taking energy. Like, you didn't come to bring anything, you just came to take. Like, you think I'm gonna sit up here and just partake with you like this? No ma'am, no ma'am. But it's just interesting, like, even like on my job and stuff, my grandfather always says, don't let it bother you. Those people are now going to eat a hamburger. They're not even thinking twice about you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Like, I can't believe, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't received well. You can put that in any kind of situation. And you know, people who have that kind of energy about them, they just take it elsewhere, girl. They didn't even mean any harm. Anyways, I wanted to put that out there because I just thought that was the most, you know. And here I am running late from lunch, even though I didn't even go but 10 minutes down the street. I did go ahead and pop those blood pressure medications. Got me some candy to see if it's a blood sugar going on or what. Gonna eat that real slowly. Don't even care. I found out that going to the preseason football game tomorrow night. So that should be fun. No, Friday night, I'm sorry. I gotta park way out here in the boonies now. Anywho. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I hope you got something out of my little story. Stop complaining all the time. God. If you complain so much that you have to complain to a stranger, good God Almighty. Like, mighty Jesus. Come down, Lord. Help them, Jesus. You know, and I don't say that lightly. And then if you find yourself always complaining, start asking, what are you getting out of it? Like, people call it like venting. Oh, I'm just venting. But there is like a such thing as pollution, you know? Like, and then sometimes, like, I tell people, like, in a nice way now, are we venting? Are we polluting? I'm all about bettering myself. I assume that everybody is the same way. Bettering myself with the least amount of frustration possible so that I can remain comfortable. There's my little bright shirt today. I gotta get out of this car because I did not want to stay to work late today. But I want to get as much done as I can before tomorrow. I'm going to have to get off this because I need all of my hands, feet, and toes. And thank you guys so much for chiming in. Put your comments, thoughts, opinions down below. Bye. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say about this.